Oh, right. Shit. I'll check all this shit from my camera later. Let's get down to the cool shit. So I found this dude's channel today who had like a bunch of these like I don't know. It's like a bunch of these corny ass. It's like how to get girls, how to manipulate a girl into liking you, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. It's fucking amazing. All right, I'm about to switch this over so you can see this. Oh, there it is. Bobby Rio over here with freaking 5 ways to make her want you more. How to be more masculine with women. A huge tip to increase your odds of getting the girl you want. Make her think about you nonstop. Yikes. Shit, man. Stop chasing a girl and do this. She will chase you. This dude has 192k subscribers, 243 videos.
So, what?
Yeah, I'm not. Alright, so really quick from the editing room over here, I don't understand how I didn't notice or I didn't talk about the fact that this? No, it's this. Yeah, this is the actual banner for the channel that I'm looking at. I don't, like, why? Why did I say nothing about this? Look at what it says. Anyways, continue on. God, where do I start? Number 1 secret to being a high status man, shorts. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the short.
Women find it nearly impossible to be with a guy when she believes that she holds the power, when she knows that she has more value than he does. You're trying too hard. The person who tries harder holds less power. And nice
Take
guys
the attraction
try
quiz.
way too hard.
Click below.
Women
All right. Okay. Let's see. Number 1 most attractive traits. Most guys are scared to display. Oh, let's start with this one.
So how do you get a woman paying more attention to you? How do you give her that instant little shock of there's something different about him and get her to notice you, lean into you more, want to get to know you more? How do you separate yourself
from
every other guy that maybe
low?
She's talking to at Tinder, the other guys that you work with, or the other guys at the party? Well, in this video, Rob and I are going to give you what is probably one of the most
What's with that side profile?
That you're probably scared to display.
Ooh.
So I'm Bobby Rio. I'm here with Rob Judge, and the reason I brought Rob on is because the attraction trigger that we're going to discuss in this video is really something that I've seen him do better than almost anybody. It's one of
Yeah. Why does he look so nervous right here? Like, oh. Yeah, I am Rob Judge, and I am a part of this. Well, here we go.
The reason I brought Rob on is because the attraction trigger that we're going to discuss in this video is really something that I've seen him do better than almost anybody. It's one of the reasons why I've always mentioned that he's one of the best guys I've ever seen out there at being able to generate attraction in a woman really fast. And he uses this one thing that most guys are really scared to do. And if you don't do it, not only do you not make an impression on a woman, but you really walk that fine danger zone of being in the friend zone, of her just seeing you as the nice guy. So this video is going to show you how to avoid that. So I'm going to turn it over to Rob, because like I said, you kind of have a good handle on this.
Yeah, and the trait that we're talking about is the idea of being polarizing, of making yourself stand out. And the reason that this is so important to incorporate into the way, your personality, or the way that you're approaching women, is that if you don't, you're just going to blend in with everyone else. There's nothing for her to grasp onto. There's nothing for her to see. And
Exactly. So what you got to do is you got to buy yourself a nice guitar right here. You put it on your wall. You don't have to know how to play the guitar. All you have to do is put the guitar up there. See, now that shows that you're different from the other guys. You're more artsy. You know, you're more musically inclined, which means that you also are very talented with other appendages on your body. That's exactly what they're looking for. Isn't that right, everybody?
He can almost like sum you up in her head in about 30 seconds. Oh, he's a nice guy. He's this. He's probably gonna be nice. And like, so one of the things that you make a point to do and is like, I want to get her attention very quickly.
What's with all these like transition shots here? Like I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to
do
figure out
something
what.
that may, and I've said it
Like,
before.
this
it may
angle is
even
weird
Annoy her. It may piss
for
her off
me.
at first. but the
Also,
important
are they filming this on the MacBook camera?
thing is it's gonna get her attention.
Absolutely, and everyone might not like me, or people might not, be okay if I wear this type of clothing, or whatever it is. But a lot of guys, when they first meet a woman, they're they're so in their head about, I don't want to get whatever, that they're afraid to even touch a girl in a playful way. And again, I'm not advocating any kind of like weird, creepy touching or anything like that. But one thing that I would like to do,
All right. You know what this reminds me of? All right. This is exactly what it is right here. The dentist system. Let me read the instructions. Demonstrate your value by showing them that you're very, very polarizing. Now, you must engage physically. You gotta be okay with touch. You see, you can't just be here nervous and like, oh my God, does she want me to touch her? Oh my God, you gotta be comfortable with playfully touching the woman. I'm telling you right now, if the next thing he says has anything to do with nurturing dependence, I'm out of here, man. Like that.
I'm meeting a girl for the first time and I want to establish that romantic sexual vibe right up front is, I see her, like, I'm not just going to give her the business handshake. I'm going to turn her hand over. Give me a hug. And even as we're interacting, I'm going to find excuses to put my arm around her, to give her a high five. They're just little, those types of things.
Like, give her a high five? Like, hold on. Okay.
Okay.
No, okay.
This guy is different. This guy,
Maybe he's
this
on
guy
something.
he's not
Maybe I'm-
in his own
maybe
head.
I'm
He's
the fool
not
here.
walking on eggshells about establishing that physical touch.
Yeah, I remember about 10 years ago or so when you and I first started going out in New York, and we'd go out and I would watch you, and you would do things that, like, to me, even me at the time was shocking. Like, you'd walk up to a girl from behind, you'd want to talk to her, like, I'm going to go talk to that girl, and you'd poke her on the back a little bit, and she'd turn around almost mad, but you have her attention in that moment, as opposed to the guy who walks up, hey, how you doing? Like, she turns to you, you're mad. I mean, but you obviously have the game to be able to turn that around. I've seen you walk up to girls and like do the twist them, where you're like, walk up and like, kind of do
the old spin,
the spin them, and I'm like,
How many times do you think he's gone for the twist move and like a woman is like twisted and like giving him like the backhand or the front hand or like just full on fist? Like I want to know an actual like percentage here versus like how many times it's actually worked for him. It's probably worked a lot for the women that this guy is like aiming his audience to go towards, but I just want to know. Maybe give me a little compilation of them doing that.
Different. High girls say to me like, "Oh, like you're just trying to sleep with me," and I'm like, "Well, of course." I'm like, "It'd be rude not to." And again, I'm not saying anything that's like offensive or
Yeah, of course I'm trying to sleep
anything
with
like
you,
that. Because at the end of the day,
It'd be rude
I'm
not
being
to.
honest. Like, of course, if you're attracted to a girl, like
tell a story also about a guy that I used to work with. We called him Handsome Nick because he was like,
What?
Ryan, he was like one of the ugliest guys you ever met, but he did so well with women, and one of his biggest skills was he was unapologetic, and he had the weirdest interests. He was like, like Dungeons and Dragons, and he was all in like some Doom video game. That, like,
All right,
Doom.
hold
He was,
on,
like, he'd
hold
walk around
on.
going, Doom.
All right, hold on, dude. Hold on. I'm sure Handsome Nick was probably not anywhere near as ugly as this dude is trying to make it seem like. Handsome Nick was probably like a pretty cool dude. I mean, he's like, oh, he's into this Doom video game. Like, God, that's... Oh, but yeah, over here trying to make it seem like that dude is somehow like super unattractive and like, oh, but he's getting women anyways. It's fucking... God,
Like, and I was like, so like to me, he hit the polarization was pushing me away. I'm like, I'm never gonna be friends with this guy, like, because I didn't relate to him. But
I'm never gonna be friends with this guy because he plays video games. That's right, gamers. You're all unattractive and ugly and stuff. You're not cool like this guy right here. But then he realized, handsome Nick over here is getting the girls. Oh my God, we do have something in common. Now we can be friends, guy.
At the same time, he did really well with women because it was like they sensed that, you know, and there was also always girls that are always going to be attracted to a certain type. He had a certain type that attracted to him, and it was almost, we talked about dog whistling in another video. It's like some in some ways it's a little bit of a dog whistle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just going to give a really quick, because we're giving a lot of examples about, and I think those are good examples because we're talking about, not just, your interest in the woman, but also, your interest, just your interest in general. But I'm even going to give a nice guy example that I think, like I said, a lot of guys will relate to, is that when I had my daughter, right, and I was a single dad.
Pause real quick. Also, wow, this guy has a daughter. Anyways, how do you feel about this dynamic of like when you're making a YouTube video that's clearly for an audience and it's supposed to be like a thing of like we're giving you guys like tips and tricks on things? We are supposed to be talking to you, but instead these guys are trying to make it seem like they're talking to each other. Even though once the cameras turn off, they probably, I mean, if they do talk about this stuff, they don't like talk about it like this. And so wouldn't it make more sense for them to be like looking more into like towards the camera and whatnot and being like, yeah, guys, you should be doing this and that, instead of like trying to talk to each other and make it seem like they're just shooting the shit like they always do about how to get women.
And I was going on dates. I would hesitate to talk about my daughter until I really got to know a woman, because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, well, like, it wasn't even so much that I was afraid of, he's got a kid or whatever, but I'd be like, I don't want to get like stereotyped as the corny dad and dad jokes and all this stuff. Such a stigma around those dad jokes or whatever. So I would hold it back. I would hold it back till at least I would start to get to know a woman a little bit better. But I realized that what I started doing is, because I love talking about my daughter, and to be honest, I love being a dad. So what I would do is I would go on these dates, and I would volunteer that information. I would talk about my daughter, shamelessly. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm a single dad, whining about it. No, I would talk about her, and talk about being a dad like it was the greatest thing in the world. Like I said, like the guy with the Doom video game.
Yeah.
If you can get someone where
the Doom video game,
they're like interested in what you have to say and hearing about your interests, it's probably because you're doing it in a shameless way. You're not holding back at all. You're just unapologetic about the things that you like about the aspects of your life or the things you like about her.
I'm gonna give the last one, and I'm gonna. And this one's really directed to the nice guys that play it really safe. And this is.
I really thought this was gonna get like. This was just gonna be like a one-off thing. This was gonna be some sort of like mistake or whatever in the beginning that I made or whatever. But like, this guy's energy is so nervous that it's like impossible to think that he's trying to tell other people to be like, yeah, you got to be really confident. You got to be really unapologetic about yourself, all this stuff. But he's just like got this super like tense, like super nervous energy of like, yeah, I've never been in front of a camera, dude. I just came here for the guitar. Please, like, what else do I have to say? Girls. Yeah. I have a daughter. I know how to get women. I got a woman pregnant once. So, yeah. This guy's probably married, to be honest with you.
In terms of
are they wearing the same watch?
Dress,
anyways,
right? There's almost like you can almost rent the nice guy wardrobe when you go out, right? Especially if you're out at like,
nice
a
guy
bar,
wardrobe.
You know
what the fuck?
Nice guy wardrobe. And what I found really interesting, right, is that Rob and I have done a lot of videos on YouTube, and Rob can dress very polarizing, right? And a lot of our people watching it tend to be nice guys because and what happens is in the comments section, a lot of times they'll rip on the way you dress. Why he's trying. And what they don't realize is, like, you're not, like, you don't care about their opinions. Like, like, and what you do works, right?
There's
like,
nothing
what
wrong
do,
with the way
like,
this guy dresses. It seems
you go out
fine.
And you stand
seems like a character
out,
from Temptation
and you
Island,
also,
to be honest.
like, show a woman, like, she can look and go, okay, this guy, like he places value on it. Like, he cares, and that's like a signal. Like, and it tells a lot of women.
How you dress sends a signal. These guys are wearing the exact same outfit with different colored shirts. Like, same button up shirt with at least one button undone. His probably, like, this one probably popped out on accident, but whatever. The pants look pretty similar. Even the watch is pretty much the same. It's just on different arms or different hands, which I can't tell if Rob here has the same ring. If he has the same rings, then whoa. Whoa, maybe you took his class and you're here to like boost his numbers by making it seem like he created another successful dating coach here. But this is strange.
I had a friend, so I just wanted to address that.
No, that's a great point, and thank you. Because you're also addressing all those like nasty YouTube comments that I've been getting over the years for.
Thank you for adjusting those nasty YouTube comments that I get. Like, at least someone has my back, please. Thank you. What the fuck?
Wearing something, yeah, like 15 years ago, if I saw myself the way I was dressing, I wouldn't even recognize myself. I'd be like, "What the hell am I doing?" It would look a little try hard to me or a little bit over the top, but. Like you said, I realized, and I really had to actively sit down and think about how I wanted to present myself, and I realized that the types of women that I wanted to attract were the girls who stood out as well. The girls who when you see them walk into a room, everyone stops like, oh my god, they're the hottest girl in the room or whatever. And I can get some nasty comments on YouTube, but I'm not trying to attract the people making those comments.
Yeah.
The way that I set up my sort of personal style was to attract the people and the things, and that goes back to
what is with them using the word polarizing over and over again.
A lot of guys they lack the confidence, they lack the self-assurance. Instead of being shameless, they're shameful. They're ashamed of their sexual interest.
That's right. You have to have the confidence of this man, who he seems very, very like upset about the YouTube comments about his drip or lack thereof. He has had this nervous energy the whole time, like I like a certain type of girl, and it's. I don't know.
They want to blend in.
I don't trust that this guy
want
is
to
like
make themselves stand out, and that's
super confident.
That's
I'm sure he's
huge
getting
problem.
the type of women that he aims
with
at.
women. I mean, life in general,
Yeah,
I'm
lesson
sure.
or thing you might want to take from this is when
These guys seem like they go.
I can remember once I was at a sort of a
clubs.
Like it was definitely not a classy
the
bar.
21-year-old
girls
who are like trying to get like wasted and whatnot.
me and my friends
And
at the
then
time
they're
looked
like,
at him and kind
see
of
my
rolled our
watch?
eyes
I'm
and
kind of
stuff.
rich.
And by the end of the night, that guy was like had like 3 girls he was talking to because he didn't care about impressing us. We was talking about something like
This is
polarization.
almost done,
Like, oh, that's gonna be hard.
I don't know. This is
And
mostly
if all you did was be polarizing, like I in the very
Kinda
beginning of this
bland.
video, I talked about how Rob pokes girls.
Yeah. I mean, some of the advice is somewhat decent. It's not like super toxic shit. For the most part, it's like your very general advice that does make sense, and it's very, very simple. Confidence matters. Don't worry about what a bunch of other people who you're literally not attracted to are like saying or doing about you or whatever. Focus on whoever it is you're trying to go after, and focus on being likable to them. I mean, that's technique. Oh shit, is that Rob? All right.
When a girl realizes that she has the power, her attraction for you plummets. Hey guys, Bobby Rio back with Rob Judge, and we got another video for you. Today's video is, think of it as the
Look at him. Wait, hold on.
manifesto. And if you've ever heard the saying, think of it as the anti-nice guy. And we got another video for you today.
Look at him again, like, God, he's just so like interesting. How this dude just keep like, he either has this look, or he's like not looking at the camera, or he's like very, very like nervous, or like I don't want to be here. Like, this dude brought me here so we can make the YouTube money. So now that I'm overdressed, at least I got this open shirt here. What is that? Is that a? Anyways, Yeah.
Yeah, and just a quick warning to anyone that was expecting politically correct advice, or if you wanted advice that sort of aligns with what your mom told you, this is definitely not the video for you. For any guy who's been out in the real world, who's talked to real girls, you know that this isn't a Disney movie. This isn't some romantic comedy where just being nice or just being yourself is going to necessarily get the girl. Like, you should definitely be yourself.
His eyes are
you should
wide
also
open
know,
every time
understand
he
how to
starts
sort of
looking like. Hold on, I got you. It's me, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't politically correct. I'm here to tell you everything about how to get women. It's not like a Disney movie at all. Oh, my name is Rob. Crazy.
exist. And if you really want to give a woman the experience that she wants from a guy, understanding some of these little tricks and tactics and techniques really can go a long way.
Yeah, Rob and I are not going to tell you to just tell her how you feel or dress better, right? That's like the one I used to hate when I would I'd be searching how do.
Didn't I just see a video where they do that? So like, I guess this approach does change a few years later because
I get the girl groom. Make sure you shave.
Yeah, make her laugh. Yeah,
So
be funny.
So what is supplication? Supplication is when you treat a girl like she's above you. When you do things that give her the power. And I'll give you an example, right? I used to date this girl who was into hip hop, and before I figured this out, I was into like rock and heavy metal. She didn't like that kind of music.
Really now, Billy? She was into hip hop, huh? Okay. Tell me more.
She was into like hip hop. So we'd get in the car and she'd always change the station to Hot 97. If you're from New Jersey, you know what station that is. And I'd immediately go like, I don't want to listen to this. But in my mind, she was more important than me, right? The fact that she was enjoying the music was more important than what I enjoy. And this isn't about chivalry, right? Like,
To make sure that when you do something nice for a girl, it's being reciprocated.
so I'll give you a quick example, right?
He's
Should
got
you
the
buy a
most
girl
serial
a great
killer
book,
look on
right?
his face, man.
It's a question that both of us as dating coaches up. Now, this wasn't her boyfriend. She wasn't banging. He was just some guy at the party that she kind of like, and the guy gets up, oh, yeah. Oh. And he comes back, and I'm like, he thinks in his mind, like, oh, he just got some points. And I'm watching this going, you just totally showed her that she can just make you do shit. And girls test you. They want to
Yeah.
see what they can make you do.
Yeah, what a little bitch.
Dude, that's the thing. Been there.
We've all been there, and that's the thing. is we-
What a
me and
little
Bobby joke
bitch
around
buying
about it,
her
but
a
one of the
drink.
reasons we have such expertise
How
in
dare
this
he?
area
Because-
because we suffered through all of it.
I was the guy. So Rob is going to tell you about something that we call putting a girl through hoops.
Yeah, like a
Whoa.
hoop is essentially all the stuff Bobby was talking about before. It's like a hoop could be something that she directly asks you, hey, get me sangria, something like that, or it could be something subtle. I at some point said, hey, here, hold my bag and walk down the street and degrade yourself doing this. Look at I have your testicles in that in a handbag. So the idea is that
All right. It's not really degrading to hold it, to hold the bag. If like there's a situation where you need to hold the bag for your friend, your girlfriend, your whatever, your mom, like it's not degrading. It's a simple gesture, like oh my god. Like the idea that makes you like emasculated, it just kind of shows that there was something to shatter with your masculinity in the first place. Because at the end of the day, if you're like the super alpha guy that all these dudes are trying to present themselves to be, you'd be like anybody who like talks shit to you about whatever's going on, about the bag being in your hand, you just and be like, no, dude, I'm still super manly. Like I'll toss you across the street. Like that doesn't change anything just because I have a bag. Like,
whenever a woman's putting you in that role where you're sort of
Always
supplicating
this
to her,
weird-ass
she's in a power
idea.
position, you're jumping through her hoops. And the thing is like we said, we're not going to say you can't jump through hoops, but the thing is that you have to make her then jump through one of your hoops. And just very quickly, a very easy template to do this, to remember this, is whenever a woman you're presented with a hoop, the easiest way to sort of make sure that she's jumping through one of your hoops is you say, I'll do X if you do Y.
Yeah. The thing you can appear to a woman is too eager to please her, too eager to be nice. Nice is fake, right? nobody is like inherently nice. Like
What?
if Rob called me up at 6 o'clock in the morning and was like, "Hey, dude, can you come over and help me move furniture right now?" I'd be like, "Dude, get the."
You wouldn't do it, really?
What a shitty friend. Wow. Wow. He's just like, yeah, if he called me at 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning to like come over and move furniture, I would be like, dude, get the fuck off my line. Wow. Terrible friend. Terrible. What if that man is like, you know, he's getting evicted and he needs help or he's about to be homeless? Like, come on, man. Terrible.
Really?
Terrible,
But on the other
terrible
hand, we think
friends.
if one of our female friends calls us up and we're like, "Oh yeah, I'll be right over," because we think we're winning points. But in her mind, you're just reliable, you're nice, you're
predictable,
eager, you're
yeah.
predictable, and that's going to kill your chances. Well, we created a video below where we teach something.
You're
called
kidding
Now,
me.
if that seems a little sneaky, a little nefarious, it is, right? It's pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
Because
What? Ah. He just straight up like self-reported that he's like enjoying manipulating people, especially women, to do what he wants. Like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, it's pretty awesome. Like, oh, come
lay
on.
out exactly what you need to do, right? To kind of dangle the string.
He's got
and
that
make the
subtle
girl chase
serial
you, right?
killer
The
look
more
on his
she's
face.
chasing,
Like
the more
you
she's
can see
chasing
that
you,
a
the
lot
more
of the
she's
emotion
working to
has
win you
left.
over,
He's
the
been
more
through a
she's
lot
fighting
of
for your approval, the more
situations
she's
that have
falling in love
caused
with you.
him
And
to be
that
like,
is the real
they are
reason
just
girls
objects.
fall in
It's
love with
okay.
assholes or jerks.
All
It's
you
not
gotta
'cause these
do
guys
is
are,
these
like, mean to
steps,
her.
and she'll
It's because
be
she's
all
constantly trying to
yours,
win their
man.
approval, which commitment and consistency, it makes her fall for them. So check out the video below.
So this is a fucking promotion for his like big video about like, God. Oh, what is this comment? So why is it nice guys are chick magnets? They're much more affectionate, attentive, and romantic than other guys. They're basically Prince Charming. Sophie Vartan, one of my biggest fans, said that her masculine ideal was someone intelligent, cultured, sensitive, and handsome. Sensitive often pops up in what women like in men. But of course, nowadays, since we're in a sick society, one that has no values to speak of, there might be an erosion of the Prince Charming appeal, and all of the anti-nice guy videos are part of the misogynist agenda, oh shit, which is part of the feminazi and cultural communist agenda. What the fuck? Where did you go? Since nice guys treat women well, and women are coerced to going for antisocial males who are usually usually abusive to women. What? Okay. Wow. Wow.